to activate your spiritual guide intuition is to trust it. Did she just give away the biggest tip right at the top of the video? Yeah, but just because you know you need to trust your intuition doesn't make it easy. By the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly what you need to do to feel 100% clear and supported by your intuition with these 3 tips. If you're an empath and you wanna feel more confident in your decisions and in the work that you're meant to do in the world, subscribe to my channel and tap that little bell to be notified each week when I post a new video. I'm Ciara Rubin, best-selling spiritual author, singer, and lifelong psychic empath. I've spent nearly a decade helping hundreds of women tap into their intuition to get the answers they need and feel confident taking empowered action. Tip number 1, entertain the idea of a spiritual experience. Entertaining the idea of a spiritual experience means that you allow yourself to suspend your disbelief for a little while. Yes, you always want to discern and run your intuition through your logic filter, and sometimes your intuition is more accurate than your logic because your intuition is outside of time. Your intuition, your higher self, does not have fear. It does not need to eat, it does not need to sleep, so it doesn't have the same survival instincts and fears that you do in your physical body right now. So when you entertain the idea of a spiritual experience, that is when you allow your mind to open and question what is possible for you to experience. And a lot of times, sometimes you might be scared to have a spiritual experience, like, am I gonna levitate off the bed? Is somebody gonna steal me in the middle of the night? You can set boundaries. Your spiritual experience and the experience of your intuition is your making. You can set boundaries with spirit. You can say what you will and won't accept. So when you entertain the idea of a spiritual experience, you have the courage to say, maybe there's more to this human experience than I previously had understood. Maybe I can expand my idea of what it means to be human in this life and what it means to be a spirit having a human experience rather than a human who has a soul. You are a soul first and foremost. So the spiritual experience is actually more all-encompassing and maybe even more true than the experiences that you're experiencing in your physical reality, because the physical reality is the effect, right? The cause is in the spiritual realm, and the effect is your physical reality. So maybe it's not the best thing to look at your physical reality as a way of ascertaining proof of whether or not your spiritual experiences are real. Although I very much understand the need and desire and fun of validation and getting proof in the physical world that your intuition is for real. Have you ever had any weird spiritual or even paranormal experiences? If yes, tap that like button and share the experience that just popped into your head with me in the comments. Tip number 2, the quality of your message is directly equal to the quality of your vibration, your frequency, aka shadow work. What does that mean? That means that the messages that you get from your spiritual guide intuition are going to be just as clear as your energetic vessel, just as clear as your aura. And if you haven't done any shadow work yet, or you're just at the beginning of your shadow work journey, that aura might be a little clogged, girl. So when you are doing shadow work, I like to give the analogy of goggles. So imagine that each shadow or limiting belief or dysfunctioning behavior is a pair of goggles that you wear. And when you're a baby, brand new baby, you're born fresh into the world, you don't have any pairs of goggles on, or maybe you came in with a little bit of karma because you're an old soul like me, but you didn't have that many pairs of goggles on, right? And over time, as you experience different traumas or negative things, or you're not able to feel certain emotions that are connected to those traumatic events, you put a pair of goggles on. And that pair of goggles starts to affect the clarity with which you are seeing the world, the clarity with which you are seeing yourself and others. And over time, you will develop 50, 60, maybe 100 pairs of goggles. Girl, I am not judging you because I have been there and I still have pairs of goggles on. I still have shadows and limiting beliefs that I'm working through. Quality of your messages from your intuition will directly be related to the amount of shadow work you do. So girl, get on it. And if you need help with that, I lead you through a 7-step process to heal Heal Your Shadows in my best-selling book, You Always Know, the 4-step guide for empaths to stop second guessing and trust your intuition. Where? Oh, there it is, right there. And I will also leave a link for you in the description below. All right, and tip number 3 is to learn the language that your intuition is speaking. Because if you're going to get in touch with your spiritual guide intuition, if you're going to really trust it, which is that biggest tip that I have for you, you need to start by learning the language that it is speaking. You need to know, are you primarily clairsentient? Is your intuition speaking to you through your clairvoyance, your third eye, clairaudience, claircognizance? How is the information coming in? If you want to know the primary language your intuition is speaking, spend 2 minutes taking my intuition archetypes quiz. If you join my email community at the end of it, you will get a guide that'll have you getting messages directly from your higher self in 5 minutes or less for free. Link for that is in the description below this video. If you liked this video, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Also, if you're an empath, check out these 2 awesome videos for empaths here on my channel. I love you today and every day, and I will talk to you soon, girl.